Hi, this is Heather from Intentionally Fit. A lot of people are asking me how to prepare chicken to make their meals a little faster. And it's no big secret, I use my crock pot all the time. So a lot of times on a weekend or a night that I don't have anything else going on, I throw the chicken into the crock pot and have it go until it's finished so I can add it to nightly meals. So I'll just do a really quick run through of my take on the sticky chicken recipe. The sticky chicken recipe is in my 90/10 page on Pinterest, and I've just modified it a little bit because my family doesn't like it too spicy or anything like that. I use bone-in chicken breasts because my husband likes them, and we feel like they taste better, and you get a little bit better, it's less processed, all this stuff. This is locally raised, but purchased at the grocery store. So all I do is, you're obviously cleaning and pulling the skin off, and I just lay them all inside the crock pot. So I'm going to get all that together, and I just stick my scissors down the side. I love these little scissors. They're the best things I've ever bought. So it just pulls it right off, and then what I'll do is lay them all in the crock pot. I've got a pretty big one, so I can put this whole batch in. Depends on the size of the one you have, on how many you can put in. This package will feed my family for 2-3 days, depending on what I make with it. If I make something that has like rice or quinoa in it, it goes a little bit further. But this way I can pack lunches. My husband can take them to work the next day. I do individual meals, so I don't have to worry about cooking them up the next day. And it's really simple. It's not a big deal. It's nothing fancy. I'm not a chef. I didn't go to culinary school. My sister did. She's great. So if you see that, I just cut all that fat off. Some people would argue with me that it gives it flavor. I don't want the fat in it. So I lay them so that the large portion of the meat is on the bottom, and the ribs just lay over the top of each other. So I'll do that with each of these. These are there are 4 of these, and I will most likely put in 2 batches of this size package. So you want to get all that membrane off because it just makes your food gamey. So we're going to clean that all up, put it in. I've got one more, and then I will add our seasonings and show you just how we do that. So you can see this is only, it's been about 3 minutes of just cleaning this off. So it's not a big deal. If you want to add veggies to your crock pot, I do that sometimes, and normally I just throw in some, a package of onions and peppers, just because I tend to do a lot more Tex-Mex stuff. So I'm going to wash my hands because I don't want to be contaminating everything else, because that's just gross. And you don't want to run the risk of salmonella. My husband thinks I'm a little overbearing with this, but I'm the one that cleans up all the puke. I don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. We're going to keep our hands clean. So we're going to wash them off. Okay, and then the recipe calls for garlic, and it has garlic powder in it, but in the 90/10, you want to use real garlic and not the processed powder. So I just get a few cloves. I use 4 to 5, depending on what I have and what size they are, but I tend to like a lot of garlic. And remember, it's going to cook for a long time, so it's going to be a lot milder than if you just put it in there and cook it for a short period of time. I cut off the ends and then peel all the paper off. My daughter likes to do this part. If she wasn't sick, I would show you that you could have your family do this with you. And it's not a big deal. But then you know that it's going to take a little bit longer than the 5 minutes to prepare it, because It always takes a little bit longer when you have younger hands in there. So I take the garlic cloves, and I learned this on Food Network. You just smash it with the side of your blade. See? And then you just cut it up. And then I add it right on top of the chicken that's in there. Smash it. Cut it up. Throw it in. And I have a few more that I still need to cut the ends off and peel off. My son thinks garlic stinks. He's making funny faces at me at the other side of the counter. So, don't. So I throw them in there. The recipe also calls for paprika, black pepper, rosemary, and this is cayenne pepper, and it calls for it, but I could put just a little bit in it because I have a son that doesn't like anything spicy. So I do a sprinkle of black pepper. I do a hefty sprinkling of the rosemary just because we tend to like this more. Now, if you want to be exact, if you're an analytical person like my husband and you need exact measurements, it's all in the recipe online for the sticky chicken one. Paprika, I do it so that it looks, I don't know, pretty red on top. So that's pretty technical, isn't it? And then just a little bit of the cayenne for my family. If I was making it just for me, I would dump a whole bunch. But I'm not, and other people need to eat it. So, then what I do is I put it on low. I put my broken lid on top of my crock pot. And I will cook it for probably about 6 hours, depending. I always come back and check it. You open it up and take 2 forks. And just, if you can pull it apart and it shreds really easily, that's when it's done. And you notice that the liquid inside is clear and not pink, and you don't have any weird slimy looking pieces in your chicken, because that'll get you sick. So check that out, and if it pulls off really easily, that's when you want to do it, and just turn it off and let it sit in the juices for a little while so that it stays moist and it doesn't get really dried out. It's going to take you a few times to figure it out because all crock pots cook at different temperatures and different times. So don't give up if it doesn't come out right the first time. Try it again and try it again. I know you can do this. This is very simple, and I'm all done. And it took, what, 7 minutes to prepare that? Tell me you don't have time to make some real food. All right, have a great day. Bye.